One of the oldest industrial centers in the United States. Today on Rural Roadtripper, we are touring the village of Valatie, New York. It's a cold January morning here in Valatie, but the small town charm is still very evident walking around here. The area here was originally occupied by the Mohican Native Americans, but as is the case with most places in early America, they were soon replaced by white settlers. As this was historically an area settled by the Dutch, the village was named for the Dutch phrase meaning Little Falls, which is quite appropriate considering that there is a neat little waterfall right in the center of the town, a part of the Kinderhook Creek, which runs the full length of the old downtown area. With such a powerful water source, many mills would pop up along these rivers, over 100 years before this land would even be considered the United States, with settlement here dating back all the way to 1665. Incredibly early for development to have occurred here, at least by American standards. Grist and sawmills were built along the streams here, and industry had begun. In the early 1800s, the Kinderhook Manufacturing Company would produce yarn and woven products on hand looms here in Valatie. In fact, by 1828, 60 looms were in use at one time, a quite large mill for that era, which would later be expanded even further to 200 looms in the 1840s, which was massive for its time. There were multiple other textile mills here too. At its peak, about 9 mills were built along the river here, which made Valatie a tremendous center of manufacturing here in New York State. In 1829, there was even a proposal to change the village's name to Millville, but that proposal never came to happen. Of course, with the advent of industry, a workforce would be needed, which attracted numerous families of settlers to this region, along with merchants, businesses, churches, and every other necessity that comes with the building up of a population center. This area was the hub for commercial activity for northern Columbia County until the mills were dying off, a period that sort of came to an end following World War II. With a population of around 2,000 people today, it isn't the smallest place you will ever see, but it certainly isn't a big one either. It has a unique, old-fashioned feel that I instantly fell in love with, even if I didn't fall in love with the bitter cold wind that was whipping around in the morning I was walking around here. An odd claim to fame, Valatie seems to be quite proud of the fact that it was the first in the nation to have a Santa Claus Club, which was formed in 1946 by a group of local men to be able to provide Christmas gifts to children of families that would be in a financially tight situation following the closure of the mills. The Santa Claus Club continues its charity in the community still today. Around town, you can see the slogan that was coined for the 150th anniversary celebration here: what a village should be. Judging from my brief stop here, I can see that it seems to hold true. There is a true sense of community here, a respect for local history, while also looking forward to the future of the area. It won't take you long to see all that there is to see here, at least from a tourist perspective, but it is a place that makes you slow down and feel like you've stepped back a century or two, with the way the architecture looks, the slowed-down pace that seems to exist here, and all of this only minutes away from the state's capital of Albany. Whether it's just a little stop for lunch, to enjoy the views from the little waterfall overlook, or a longer stay to see the greater area, along with nearby Kinderhook, which we covered in a previous video, this is a little village that is definitely worthy of your time. I know I enjoyed my walk around Valatie. We'll see you next time, somewhere else, down the road.